Yeah, this is your boy Millsy Welcome back to another episode of the PSG Career Mode Season 3. This is episode December. We are 1 month away from the January transfer window. Guys, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Okay, sweet. Since we've covered that, we are going to look at our emails. We do have our youth squad monthly report, so let's have a look. Pro just looks phenomenal. He's growing and growing and growing in potential. It is only a matter of time before I sign this kid. Niak Harte looks good. Haller looks good. Vega looks brilliant. Congre looks dreadful. Time to release him. Rivieres looks good. Tamiz doesn't look good. Let's release him. Kamara looks good. Traore does not look good. Basil looks excellent. And Malset looks good. So that is it for the youth squad monthly report. So now let's have a look at our monthly scouting update. We have Gujavan, Andrea Nade. Looks pretty decent, so let's sign him. Mark Cabrat looks terrible. Let's reject the player. Patrice Mapai. Let's sign him. Romain Keeman. Reject him. And Stéphane Barr. Let's sign him. So guys, our youth academy is growing and growing and growing. And we've got the funds. So we've got nothing to worry about. Just a quick reminder of what we've got in store for this episode. We are going up against one of our rival teams in Bordeaux. Then we're going back to our final game of the Champions Cup. Second leg against Wolfsburg in the group stage. After that, we go against SM Kine. Then we go back to the Coupe de Ligue of the round of 16 against our rivals Olympique Lyonnais. And our final game of the episode will be against OGC Nice. We are all going to be talking about January transfer window. Who we plan to sign on pre-contracts. Who we plan to loan out. Who we plan to loan in. Who we plan to sell. Who we plan to buy. Who knows? There is so much to talk about and I cannot wait to do that with you guys. At the moment in the tables, after a good whopping 16 games, we are 39 points ahead on top. So I am very confident that we are going to grab some more points, gain some more victories, and hopefully qualify further in the Champions Cup as well as the Coupe de Ligue. So, without further ado, guys, let's go straight to the contracts. These are not pre-contracts, might I warn you. For the last couple of months, I've been trying to sign a few of my players, renewing their contracts so I don't lose out in the player's worth. Now they're still worth a bit of money that I can make come January or at least Season 4 summer. He wants 1 year. I tried 200. He wouldn't budge. I tried 215. He wouldn't budge. So my third and final offer is obviously going to be the whopping. I mean, I don't really want to do. Do you know what? I'm going to make a deal with you guys. I'm not going to do the players' actual salary they're demanding. So, for example, now they want 230. I'm not going to do 230. This is my third and final offer. If he declines it, then that is it. I am not going to sign these guys until after the January transfer window. In fact, I'm going to do a little experiment. I'm not even going to renew their contract at all. I'm just going to simply let them go. And that will be a lot of money to lose out in. But it's a sacrifice I am willing to make because come this January transfer window, we are going to be signing 3 of arguably the biggest players in the world. Hopefully. So, we are not going to offer 230. We are simply going to offer $225,000. That's only $5,000 less than what he wants. If he doesn't accept that, tough. I'm not going to go for it. Benaglio is a glitch goalkeeper, so I'm not even going to go there. No one wants to buy him, so I'm just going to let him go. Unfortunately, that's going to be $41 million to lose out in. Once again, it is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Worst case scenario is somebody just snatches him this January, which wouldn't surprise me at all. Jonas, same amount of money he wants, so I'm going to offer the same amount of money as I did for Naldo. So it's not going to be $230, it's simply going to be $225,000. Third man I'm going to try and offer is Handanovic. This guy is worth the most money out of all the players that need to renew their contracts. He wants 1 year and 230. My follow offer is going to be once again 225. Augustine, a younger player, one that is not eligible to be grabbed from pre-season, pre-contracts. I don't think so anyway. I don't think he's 23 years old. I think he is younger. But he does want 3 years and 25,000. That is dead cheap. You know, cheap as chips. So I'm not really fussed about paying 25,000. I'm just doing this as an experiment. And he is an overall of 70. So I might want to keep him now because he was in 69 overall. And now that he's reached 70, he is eligible for the second squad. Oh my goodness. Okay, we might have to improve his contract, guys. 3 years. I mean, this changes not everything, but this changes the fact how I feel about Augustine. You know, I really wanted this guy in my team. I just saw so much potential, and I thought him, Beabek, Mbolo, and Ongenda can make the 4 Musketeers. 3 years, 25,000, 15 he didn't want, 20 he didn't want. I'm going to do the whopping 25. He's the only player that I am willing to pay the demands that he wants. Danny Alves, somebody who I do want to keep. May sell him off in the summer. He is 34 years old. Going to be turning 35 soon. I signed him because I do love him as a right back, and he's arguably one of the best right backs in the world. I tried to offer him 200. He wouldn't budge. I tried to offer him 225. He wouldn't budge. So let's try 200 and perhaps... Okay. Let's see. Do we do 245 or the 250 with no squad role? Because he is part of the team, I'm going to do 250 and not specify his squad role. If he asks for a squad role, I'm simply going to tell him the truth and tell him he will be a squad rotation player. It's that simple. And if he doesn't like it, then I'm not improving his contract. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm selling him off in season 4. So he's going to have to say, look, I'll do squad rotation and then I'll be fine to place him into the second team. But yeah, we're going to go with that. And then Georgian, we're not even going to bother. He's so young. His overall is really low. He's worth hardly any money. I mean, all you've got to do is look at his wage that he gets per week. I'm not fussed about him at all. And quite frankly, he's just an irritation, an itch that I'm trying to get rid of. And I've had him since season 1 and not been able to get rid of him since. So hopefully he goes. But, you know, worst case scenario, we could just terminate his contract. So guys, now that that's done, we are going to move on to our first game of the episode. The squad needs to rest a little bit, but I think my first squad can take on these guys. I'm just going to quickly look at the calendar just to see how close the next game is. 2 games until Wolfsburg. This is concerning. Now, where is Bordeaux? They are 4th. I really would like the first squad to take on Bordeaux. But I'm going to need them for Champions Cup. And by the looks of them, they all don't look amazing. Do I play my second squad against Bordeaux? I mean, Champions Cup is I suppose it's not... In the game, it's not as important as the Liga. Because the Liga is your primary objective from the board. I'm looking at it in a sense that in real life, Champions Cup is way more important than your actual league. At least that's my opinion anyway. So what do I do? Should I do something I've never done before and play my first team for the Liga and my second team in the Champions Cup? Do you know what? I wouldn't do that in real life. So I want to add a little bit of realism. Not too much, but a little bit. So we're going to place we're going to put a second squad against Bordeaux. It is a little bit of a risk, but I think they can hack it. I think they can manage. Because looking at the Bordeaux's recent results, it doesn't look spectacular. So, let's give it a shot. I believe in you guys. Okay, a draw is fine. I'm happy with a draw. It's 1 point. They didn't lose. They didn't win either. But I'm happy with that. Ongenda got to score, and Rugani gets to score. Digne comes home with a yellow card, and Silva came on for Mallow in that right back position. A little bit bizarre, but hey, it's just a game. We do have an email. It's probably press conference, like I said. So we're just going to do what we normally do and motivate the PSG squad. And then we are going to move on, making sure our first squad is activated. And this is our final game for the group stages, guys. Second game against Wolfsburg. Hopefully we can come out with a win. And there you have it. Jonas, though, has declined his contract offer, but he wants to understand the role that he will have at the club. So this is interesting. We haven't had this before. Well, not this season anyway. So he will accept 1 year and $225,000. Okay. He is an important first team player. So, would he go for a sporadic first team player? If not, we'll do squad rotation. Going back, we'll delete that one. Handanovic has declined because his wage demands have not been met. So there you have it. We are not going to give Handanovic a renewal in contracts, and it's probably likely that he's going to be snatched in January. We'll put him on the transfer list, but it's more likely that someone's going to come along and take him from us for free. But it is what it is, guys. I could fight for him. I could give him what he wants. But it's probably going to lead to not being able to sell him in January. And we're probably not going to be able to sell him in August. So we're just going to be back at square one. So I'm not going to risk it for a biscuit anymore. The whole point to saving money for these pre-contracts was simply reaching up to this point, this season, where I make a claim on 3 of arguably the greatest players in the world, or at least one of them. So Handanovic is not a go-to guy anymore. Dani Alves has declined because he wants to understand his role. So we've got another one. So let's give him his 1 year and 250. Okay. Let's make him squad rotation. Let's say squad rotation. We won't do sporadic. We don't want to take the piss. We'll do squad rotation. Hopefully he will accept that. Hopefully. And Augustine has accepted, so that's marvellous news. So we'll do it at the moment. We are golden. And now we do have another email. And Naldo has declined because his wage demands have not been met. So that is another player we are not going to pursue, guys. And I'm so sorry to say this, but it's true. We're just going to do this. We're going to use this opportunity as an experiment. Now, looking at our first squad, we are looking pretty good. But Contral is not going to be eligible for this game. So now the big question is, what do we do? We could change the formation, which I really don't want to do. But Digne is 78 overall. He is not Champions League material. So let's see who we got on the cards. Rugani only plays centre-back. Ramagnoli can play left-back, but again, he's only 77 overall. Uria, where can you play? Centre-back, right midfield, right-back. Ikoko's only 72. What about Martinez? No. Silva? No. Alves? No. Interesting. Mertesacker? Nope. Perisic, nope. On gender, nope. Not that you could anyway. Naldo, nope. Malo, nope. Danilo, nope. So guys, I think we're going to have to change the formation. So we're going to have a 3 at the back. So we're going to go straight to the 3-4-3. 3-4-3 diamond. Oh, that would be a serious change. And you know what? Let's try it. That's not a bad formation. So definitely Benzema's going to be in that striking position. In the camera would be none other than Coutinho. Lucas would be on right wing. Definitely. Oh, this might not work, guys, because then Verratti and Matuidi can't be on those wings. One of them can. No, it's not going to work. I need both of them in the squad. Yeah, we're going to change it, guys. It won't work. 3-4-3 flat. That could work. That's more like it. Benzema in striker. Lucas in right wing. Robben in right midfield. Yeah. Robben in right midfield. Coutinho could be in left midfield. That could work. Matuidi could be on the left centre midfield. And Verratti could be on the right centre midfield. Alves, right centre back. Silva, centre back. Martinez, left centre back. So it's a case who could be left midfield. We've got Perisic. He can play there. He'll be a great, like, he'll be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, Perisic is definitely the man. Definitely the man for the job. So guys, the roles, instructions, tactics will stay the same. I mean, it's going to be possession football for the first team. And guys, I am pleased to say we have one of my fellow subscribers, Jesper, has come to join us for this episode. How's it going, man? I hope you're doing well. We are going up into a game in the Champions League against Wolfsburg. Last game of the group is going to be epic. So, it is away, so we do have a disadvantage. But look, guys, we've got 12 points. I think we're pretty much safe and have qualified in the round of 16, is it? I think it's round of 16. So without further ado, guys, let's get crack-a-lacking. I'm pretty happy with the formation. It looks good. Coutinho gets to play in a position he doesn't play often. And look, it worked, guys. 2-0. Perisic scores and Robben scores. That Perisic is quite a player. But we did accumulate a lot of yellow cards, guys. One for Perisic, one for Martinez, one for Alves. They're going to need to work on their tackling. 3 substitutions made. Embolo comes on for Benzema, taking that striking position. Rugani comes on for Martinez. And Bayavec comes on for Lucas. 3 accurate substitutions, and I'm very happy with that. We might go back to that previous formation because we do want Contral back on the team. 4 emails, the suspension is over for Contral. I'm pleased to hear that. But 3 of my players have been suspended. Dani Alves, Thiago Silva, and Javi Martinez. What a joke. This is going to be interesting for our next game. Hopefully it's not a very important one. Hopefully. SM kind. So I guess it's okay. I guess. But before I forget, we have to change our squad back to its original formation. Now I've got to try and remember. It wasn't a back 3 or a back 5. So we've got to go back to the 4s. It's not a 4-2-4. It's definitely not a 4-3-3. It's not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. There's only 1 up top. It wasn't 2, it was 1. So we can skip all these. Nope. Was it that one? I think it was that one. Attack.
No, we had 2 CDMs. Yes, we did. Yeah. Wide. No. Yeah, it was the 4-5-1 wide. So Robin was on the left midfield. Lucas was on the right. Contral was left back. Matuidi was left CDM. Verratti was right CDM. Benzema was up top and Coutinho was behind him. Yeah, that was our squad. Yeah. And guys, we also got Luco HD joining us today. So 2 of my favourite subscribers are coming to watch me play. So I'm really happy. I'm buzzing. So now that my team is back into shape, we can save that and move on to the next game. Oh, I can't wait to tell you, Luco and Jesper, what I have in store for the next episode. It is going to be wild. Right, so we are going to play the second squad in the next game, I believe. It's not definite, but we do have a couple of emails, so let's have a look at them. Right, so Jonas has accepted his contract, so that's amazing. We won't lose out money with him. Danny Alves has accepted, so he'll be staying with us till the end of the season, which is nice to know. And then we've got tournament prize money for the Champions Cup, a budget of $12,960,001. That will come in handy for the upcoming window, for the transfer. Oh, mate, we have got so much money, we can practically swim in it. Another email, Cote d'Ivoire would like me to manage their national team. I'm going to reject that because I have no interest in joining the international duty. So SM Kime is going to be our next victims because we have been dominating in the Liga so far. But unfortunately, Lion Eyes have reached the first spot of the Liga table. But they have played 18 games, whereas we haven't. So if we win this game, we can get back on top. But before we go ahead and do that, we have an email. So, Ongenda has asked if he could play in the next game. So, let's have a look and see what we can do. In a couple of games, we do have the Coupe de Ligue. So, I'm definitely going to be playing the second squad. Definitely. Everyone looks good at the moment. I'm just going to see who's on the bench because I just want to make sure everything is okay. It is... Yeah, it does look good. So, yeah. Looks like Ongenda is going to get his wish. And we are away against SM Kine. So, fingers crossed, people. Let's see if we can come up with another win. And we don't, guys. We lost against the lower team in SM Kine. It just goes to show you win some and you lose some. 3 substitutions made. Verratti came on for Ongenda in that left wing role. So that obviously is one of the reasons why we lost. Coutinho came on for Danilo and Robin came on for Rabiot. Very inaccurate substitutions, ones that I wouldn't have made for those particular positions. But chins up, guys, because we've got the Coupe de Ligue round of 16 against Lion Eyes, our rival team of ours. But we do have an email, and it's from Ongenda. He said, "Thanks, boss. It was really great to be given the opportunity to play. You're more than welcome, mate, but I just hope you can do a little bit better next time." So we're going to have our first squad playing. Definitely want to get back on board. Hopefully everyone will be well rested. It looks okay, so I think we should come out on top. It is an away game, so this concerns me. But I think we're going to be okay. I really do. Lion Eyes have got 3 wins, in their belt from their previous encounters against Guingamp, Metz, and SCO. Hopefully we can put a loss to their record. Come on, boys. And we certainly do. 3-1. We are the victors, and we are going through to the next round in the Coupe de Ligue. Benzema scores, Coutinho scores, and Verratti scores. Silva gets himself a yellow card, and Yaya Toure comes on for Lucas. An inaccurate substitution, and Rabiot comes on for Robben. That Ben Yenda is actually the top goal scorer of the Liga. Somebody we may have to consider signing for the future because he is a bit of a beast. I do believe he played for Toulouse previously, and then Lions grabbed him. So we might need to add a little hinge into Lions' team by offering them money they cannot refuse for the likes of Ben Yedder. But I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to have a look. So we progress in the Coupe de Ligue, which is absolutely fantastic. We do have one more email, and it's a tournament prize money of $286,200. I'm scared, guys, to look at our finances because it is astronomical. I think we should just have a quick look. Look at this, guys. Look at this whopping money. It is out of control. I normally keep it on a 200,000 budget. So technically, we've got $271,491,040. That is so much money, and we are definitely ready for the winter transfer window where we sign quite a few pre-contracts for season 4. It is phenomenal, and I do believe we've got another game coming up in the likes of OGC Nice. They are our final game of this episode, but it won't end there, guys, because we are, after this game, going to talk about the transfer window coming up. Who are we going to loan out? Who are we going to loan in? Who are we going to sell? Who are we going to buy? And above all else, who are we going to sign for season 4 on pre-contract inquiries? As it is the last game of the month, I think we should give our first squad this privilege and hopefully come out with a win, giving us a huge boost into the new year. And we certainly do with a 3-0 win. Benzema with 2 goals, Matuidi with another goal, and Verratti gets a yellow card. It has been absolutely phenomenal this year. Coming up into 2018, we are second in the Liga at the moment. So Lions are racking up those points. I definitely want to sabotage their team by buying that Ben Yedder, as he is the top goal scorer. I wonder if we take him out of the equation, it may jeopardise Lions' chances in winning the Liga. I play dirty, so I definitely want to scratch out Lions' eyes and see how Ben Yedder fares in our squad. And it could always be a curiosity buy, just to see if we can conjure him up. But guys, the time is now. No more games. No more talking about formations in the squad. I think it's about time we spoke about the January transfer window. And I'm pretty much excited, guys. I really am. I am so looking forward to what is about to happen. Just to have a look at our contracts really quickly. We are not going to be keeping Naldo for very long. I believe the same will come for Benaglio, Georgian and Handanovic. That is a lot of money to be had. And I mean a lot of money, but it is bloody typical. But I am using this as an opportunity for an experiment, whether clubs come along to snatch them from our leash. But before we get into some deep talks, guys, let me just remind you of the players who will be, or at least try to leave our squad come this January window. I have placed Georgian, one of our worst player in the squad, on the transfer list. He has to go. I have no reason to keep him. I have no plans to keep him. I simply don't want him anymore. If we was to get rid of him, we can always release him from his contract for $42,000. That is cheap as chips. And one I am willing to pay if he does not get sold in January. Augustine, I've signed a new contract with. I want him to stay, and I really want him to play next season. So we are going to hopefully loan Augustine out on a short-term loan come this January. Ikoko, it's definitely time for the man to go. He has done quite good in our squad. I have no reason to keep him anymore, and hopefully I can make a bit of money off of him. Hebron, I want him to stay. He is a good right midfielder. He belongs in the second squad. Hopefully that could be the case. And you know what? I'm even going to put him on a short-term loan. So if Augustine doesn't go out on loan there, and hopefully Hebron can, so Augustine can fit in his spot and give him some game time. Areola, I plan to keep in the second squad. He's been doing really well. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, he'll stay with us for Season 4. Bayabek, phenomenal up front. He is a future striker for PSG first team. I do not want to get rid of him. On gender, same as Bayabek. He is part of PSG's future. I want him to stay. Romagnoli, I think, has done pretty well in the squad this season. Pretty decent guy for $20 million. So we're not going to loan him out. We're not going to sell him. We're just simply going to wait what happens. If someone comes up with an offer and it's good enough, we'll take it. Or we'll even make a counter offer, because I'm that kind of manager who always makes a counter offer. Digne, I want him to stay in the second squad. He's a really good left back. He kind of reminds me of a French Luke Shaw. Stan Bowley is already loaned out. Rabiot, again, I would like him to stay in my squad for the second team. Of course, for all these players I've mentioned so far, if the offer is great, I'm going to take it. I always do, especially with the counter offers I send out to my rival clubs. Phenomenal player, Mbolo. Give it another season. I reckon he'll be in the first team. Once again, another player I do not want to get rid of. Danilo. He's done pretty good in the squad. I think it's only a matter of time before he has to go back to his club. He has fit his purpose. And if he does go back and we have no one to replace him, we can always change the squad around. Rugani, he's done, like Romagnoli, phenomenal in the second squad. He has reached 80 overall. It's about time we start considering whether or not he deserves to be in... whether or not he deserves to be in the first squad or not. I am so sorry, guys. I had to go and check myself in the mirror there. You know how it is. If your lips are dry, your hair looks a mess, you just got to like fix yourself up. So, as I was saying, Regan has been great so far. I do want to keep him unless a good offer comes in the corner. Huntelaar. I did have him up for 1 year loan, but no one wanted to take him. So, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'll remove him from the loan list and I'm going to put him up for the transfer list. Hopefully, just hopefully, I can make some money out of him. Mertesacker. I want to sell him because I don't know. You know what? Actually, I am not gonna take the risk, guys. I'm not gonna. What's happened there? What's going on? Yeah, I'm not gonna take the risk because it says recently arrived from FC Schalke, so I don't think anyone's gonna buy. I think the game is built in a way where you can't buy players who are recently arrived from a club. So I'm just going to put him on for a loan list of a short-term loan. And hopefully this will work. Same goes for Mertesacker. Same goes for Perisic. Uria is up for the transfer list. Lucas is still going to be up for that short-term loan. So whoever leaves out first, out him and Perisic, the other will get to be in the first squad. Same rules apply to the likes of Mertesacker. Sule has already been loaned out, as Marquinhos has as well. Now Malo has been great, and he's eligible for the first squad. So if we do decide to sell Dani Alves, and Malo has done really well this season, I might even put him up in the first squad straight away. I mean, what's stopping me? Danny. Probably going to do the same, short-term loan. Jonas, definitely a short-term loan. I mean, he's very unhappy though. So let's put him on the transfer list. I mean, he did sign a new contract, but fuck it, let's put him on that transfer list and see if we can sell him. Right. So Naldo is going to be on the transfer list, definitely. Torre. Now, Torre is fitted into the squad nicely. Is he recently arrived? He is. So we could try and put him up for loan. I know Mertesacker Martinez should be up for loan. Now I wonder if we get David De Gea into the fold. I wonder if we get him back from his short-term loan. Schneider is transfer listed, definitely. Handanovic is going to be on transfer. I'm trying to decide about the midfielders.
Now, I do know that Alves is staying. But I might plan to sell him or even swap him for the likes of Manuel Neuer. But if Alves has been doing really good, I might want to keep him on and attempt to sign Manuel Neuer in season 4. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Really, really hard to say. Areola's definitely staying. But Nagliar want to go. De Gea is on a short-term loan, so we can't do anything with him until he comes back. Handanovic is transfer listed. Hummels is up for short-term loan, even though we haven't even got him yet. Marquinhos is away. It's between Martinez and Mertesacker who goes. So whichever one goes, the other one will stay with Silva. Naldo's up for transfer list. I'm not going to touch Rugani or Romagnoli because they're newly signed. Silva's the captain of the squad. Soule's gone at the moment. Contral's staying. Digne's staying. Alves is staying. Uriah I want to go. Georgian I want to go. Coca I want to go. Malo is staying. Coutinho is staying. Danny I need to hopefully loan out on a short-term loan. Schneider is going. Danilo is a loanee for a short loan. Matuidi is staying. Because Matuidi, Verratti and Coutinho are first squad players. Pogba has been loaned out, as Stan Bowley has been as well. Rabiot's the second squad. Torre's not in the second squad. He's just a substitute, man. So I'm really hoping, guys. I'm really hoping he'll get loaned out. I don't want to put Verratti, Matuidi or Coutinho up for loan because I just don't think Toure will be enough. So hopefully he gets loaned out. Hopefully. If not, we'll make good use of him. And everything else looks great. Yeah, it all looks great. Okay. So those are the players that I've put on the transfer list, I've put on loan. So we're just gonna have to see what happens. Now guys, we need to talk serious business now. As you can see on my shortlist, I have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is 36 years old and he's still a free agent. Approaches have been blocked. So I wonder if we can make an approach when it comes to January. Carlos Tevez, Robin Van Persie, Lionel Messi, Maximilian Meyer. Why do we have you? Let's remove you because I've got no reason to keep you on my shortlist. Luka Modric. Yuri Tillemans I do want to keep an eye on because he's somebody I want in the future. But Zoa, let's remove you from my shortlist. Philip Lahm. Marcelo, remove you. Alex Sandro, remove you. Fabinho, let's remove you from my shortlist. And Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer was someone who I pursued back in the summer transfer window. He was worth a lot of money and we simply could not afford him. I mean, we could have, but that would have meant that we wouldn't have a lot of money for the January transfer window to sign the likes of bang, bang, and bang. Now, we do have someone watching us at the moment known as Zeno Gaming, and he wants me to help him get coins. I'm afraid I can't do that, my man. I'm not using my video as a way of helping people to get coins. It's no disrespect. I do not mean to be harsh, fella, but I'm simply doing this for my own personal enjoyment. You are more than welcome to stay and sit back, get your feet up, grab some popcorn and maybe a drink and enjoy the show. or contribute to my videos by giving me some input, maybe some advice, or just simply commenting would be great. But I can't just help you get coins, because Ultimate Team is not my thing. I have no interest in Ultimate Team whatsoever. I've never understood the game mode, and I am not a full-time YouTuber. So best of luck to you, fella. I do hope you get the coins you need, and other than that, enjoy your night. But guys, coming back to topic, Lionel Messi, arguably the best player in the world, is content with Barcelona, and his contract expires in 7 months. When it's the 1st of December, guys, I'm going to do everything within my power to sign Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar. They are going to be my 3 top signings. After that, I am more than happy to give it a go with Carlos Tevez, Robin van Persie, and Luka Modric as my second batch of pre-contracts. Philip Lahm is definitely a target, but I do not think he's going to leave FC Bayern whatsoever. A bit like Lionel Messi, really. I don't have... how can I put this in words? I hope they come to join, but deep down inside, I know they're not going to. It's just going to be a test. Now, Manuel Neuer does not... His contract does not run out, but I did want to sign him. I was actually going to do a swap this January transfer window for David De Gea. But with the way Diego Alves has been playing, I think we might not need him. So I'm going to probably cancel the pursuing trying to buy Manuel Neuer, just to see how Diego does throughout the rest of the season. If he ends up doing shit, then I know I made a mistake, and Manuel Neuer is definitely going to be my #1 target for Season 4. But let's hold out for now, because these are players I'm definitely want to aim for. This is what I've been waiting for a very long time. And just to show you guys I mean business, look at my finances. We are going to whip them all the way to maybe about, yeah, $5.95 in budget split. So we've got over $5 million in wage budget. We are ready to sign the likes of Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar. Neymar, I think, is going to accept. Ronaldo, I even think, is going to accept. But Messi is going to be hard. He's going to be really hard to try and buy. So that is it, guys. That is what's going to happen in the next episode. So we are going to simulate all the way to the end of December. And I'm going to see you in the next episode, basically. We got an email. We have a risk of losing 3 players. We are aware of this, and we're not going to try and convince them to sign a new contract. No way, Jose. Right. Oh my God. What do we have here? Mbolo has just sent me an email saying, I'm leaving. I've had enough here and just can't settle. No hard feelings, but I just can't stay somewhere I don't feel at home. The club has tried hard to make things right, but I don't feel you were ever really that keen on me. I need to be somewhere that I feel more part of things, and where they play a style that I think suits my game a bit better than here. I'm not sure how this works, but I can let you have a written transfer request later today if that's okay. Oh my God, no, it's not okay. This is unacceptable. I do not want to sell you. I am simply... That is really a kick in the teeth. That is something I don't want to be hearing right now. So what I'm going to go on ahead and do is go to contracts, find Mbolo. The player has requested a transfer and will not talk about a new contract. Oh my God. Guys, this is huge. We actually might be losing Mbolo. Guys, I'm not going to go through with it. No way. I'm not going to put him on the transfer list.
No way. I'm going to see what the board does. I've never had this situation in FIFA 16, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Embolo's future. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's exciting at the same time. So what I'm going to do is go on the calendar, and guys, I'm going to literally put it and simulate to the 1st of December. Going to save it, and then I'm going to start the next episode. And there you have it, guys. We've got 5 emails already. I'm going to press square. I'm going to save on Paris Saint-Germain. And I am going to end the episode right there. I've been your boy, Millsysaurus. This is FIFA 16, Paris Saint-Germain Career Mode, Season 3, Episode December. Guys, I will see you in the next one where the January transfer window kicks off. Peace.